Mata ki jai, Haidakhandi Mata ki jai, Vishveshwari Mata ki jai. Welcome to this special first day of spring Navratri. We're so happy to be here together. It doesn't quite feel like spring weather here. We've got a bit of a blizzard at time going on, so we are meeting inside today for our first day of Navratri. Welcome everybody and thank you for being here. And each of the days of Navratri, I was explaining to those people that came early this morning, we do a small Devi Puja. The Navratri is broken into three parts. The first is Durga, and she's the warrior spirit who destroys our sins or our propensities that keep us from being in our true self. And then the next 3 days, Lakshmi, filling in those places with more sattvic qualities. And then the final 3 days, Mother Saraswati, who helps us implement what we've learned through the Navratri. She's the more Rajasic mother. On top of that, there's 9 specific manifestations of Mother. And today, the first one is Shalputri, and I'm going to ask Jiwa to read a little bit about her, nice and loud so everybody can hear. I think I'm going to dispense with my mask right now so that people can hear me better too. Go ahead.
Navratri begins with the worship of Ma Durga in the form of...
Maybe you should stand over by the phone. I think people hear you better.
Navratri begins with the worship of Ma Durga in the form of Shalputri Devi, whose name means daughter of the mountain. In fact, Shalputri is the daughter of the king of the Himalayas and is considered the purest incarnation of Mother Durga goddess. Shalputri embodies the powers of Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Married to Lord Shiva, Ma Shalputri has many divine powers. Worshipping of this goddess is believed to fulfill all our internal desires or wishes, as well as grant good health and even moksha. This is the reason Mata Shalputri is often referred as Ananta Paladayini, the bestower of immense wishes.
Baba ki jai, Ma Shalputri, Mata ki jai. And later we'll go up and view our Divine Mother and the little Durga pujas that we're doing also. So now we'll begin the fire ceremony. Bode Baba ki jai. Om Pavitra Pavitra Vas Savarva Stam Gatopiva Yasmana Purari Kaksham Sa Vivyantara Suchi Purari Kaksha Punatu Om Ganganapatye Nama Om Ganganapatye Nama Om Ganganapatye Nama. Om Babaji, Divine Mother, please be with Jonathan, whose birthday is today. We're happy to celebrate his birthday on this first day of Navratri. And who's doing the puja, the initial puja, and Ramoti, who's reciting the mantras, and all of the other people. Please be with all of us as we offer today's fire ceremony. Always to say thank you in gratitude for everything that you give us all around. So beautiful, the beauty, the love, the nurturing, the beautiful nature, all our nourishment, even the lessons that we need to learn. So thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. And today is the 22nd of March, 2023, and we're here at the Haidakhandi Universal Ashram in Crestone, Colorado, United States of America. As I mentioned, we're inside because of snow and very high winds outside. So we'll do more of the internal fire ceremony. And we also want to remember all the people who have asked for prayers, who are sponsoring today's fire ceremonies, who are in need of prayers, all the plants, the animals, the people around the world who are suffering from pain of so many kinds. Marge, who's suffering with her in hospice with rapidly spreading cancer, and so many other people from suffering from wars and starvation and floods and droughts and fleeing countries, discrimination and violence. Please, Baba and Mother, wrap your arms around all, and our beautiful Mother Earth is also under duress from our ego and pride and greed. So may we all walk with her, upon her, with great gratitude and love. So Buli Baba Kiche. Shri Sambasarashivaya Satguruvaya Nama Abha Nam Samarpyami. Babaji, please stay with us during the time of our yagya. Shri Sambasarashivaya Satguruvaya Nama Asanam Samarpyami. Take your seat, Baba. Come from the Himalayas and sit with us again in your asana in Haidakhandi and all the ashrams that have been made ready for you around the world, and all the asanas in people's hearts. Shri Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Namasnanam Samarpyami. And people can help with the puja. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayogavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Suganim Pushtivaranam Udvarukameva Bandanat Mritur Mukshya Mamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Suganim Pati Vedanam Udvarukameva Bandanat Dito Mukshya Mamritat. Om Shri Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Namah Panchamritsanam Samarpyami. This is yogurt, milk, honey, ghee, and sugar. A very delightful bath as we're welcoming Lord Shiva and Baba and the Divine. Om Shurajasnanam Samarpyami, pure water. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayogavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Triambakam Yajamahe Suganim Pushtivaranam Udvarukameva Bandana Mritur Mukshya Mamritat. Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Nama Asanam Samarpyami. I got the little Panchamrit bath this morning.
It's very auspicious.
Shri Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Nama Sugandim Samarpyami. There's some scented oil. Shri Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Nama Yagyo Pavitam Samarpyami. Om Agnaya Shristaye Krite Namaswaha Om Vardanim Agnim Abhayami Pujami Om Chandanam Samarpyami. This is the yellow sandalwood paste that you also were offered for your forehead. It's said to be cooling for the mind and settling for your morning practices. Sambhasadashivaya Satguruvaya Namah Kumkumam Samarpyami. Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama Atsatan Samarpyami. Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama Pushpam Malam Samarpyami. Sadashivaya Sadgurave Nama Dupam Samarpyami. Oh, I'm sorry, Pushpam Samarpyami. Just take a little bit of the flowers. It's okay. Some of your petals. Pushpam Samarpyami. Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama Dupam Samarpyami. Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama Naivediyam Samarpyami. Om Pranaya Swaha, Buddhanaya Swaha, Om Pranaya Swaha, Somnaya Swaha, Vyanaya Swaha. Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan Ki Jai. Now we'll take, not using the eco thing, just take a little bit of flowers. And as I said, offering them just around the
Wait
plate.
a second. Can I have that? There's one more flower that was born down there.
You want to put them in the video? Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan Ki Jai. So let's see, you have one. You can, if you would rather, if you want to sit and offer, that would be just fine. Peter, do you want to offer this one? Okay, we'll just use it for spare, so we can use that as we like. Om Gananatha Ganapati Gumhavamahe Priyanatha Priyapati Gumhavamahe Nirinatha Niripati Gumhavamahe Vasamam Ahamajani Garbidam Ahmajasi Garbidam Swaha. Om Ganganapate Namah Swaha. Om Vakratunda Om Vat Swaha. Om Gumgurubhyo Namah Swaha. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sunda Pushtivadanam Udvar Rupam Eva Bandanat Retor Mukshayam Amritat Swaha. Triambakam Ramya Jamahe, Suganim Pati Vedanam, Udvarukameva Bandana, Dito, Ukshia Mamritat Swaha, Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, Mahadevya Dhimahi, Tana Rudra Prachodayat Swaha, Om Ring Shring Yaryakandashvarya Namah Swaha, Om Ring Namo Bhagavate Mahamanindra Swaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Mahamanindra Ring Haryakandi Namah Shivaya Swaha, Om Shri Satgurave Namah Swaha, Om Kailash Giri Vare Rame Nivasantam Shushanti Bi Tapmunim Satatam Vande Satya Karunya Rupinam Swaha, Om Yasa Smarna Matrena Sito Bhavati Sadaka Satgurum Tamhan Vande Haidakhandi Vasinam Swaha, Om Yasa Kripa Katenshana Danyo Bhavati Madva Tasya Pradarikam Pranamani Nidan Tadam Swaha, Om Kamalam Radiyam Yasa Kamalam Yasa Vashanam Dando Bikamalo Yasa Kamalam Gam Namam Neham Swaha, Om Drishtam Dayamayam Kripa Yapashati Characharam Lokapaka Nidato Ragave Shadi Vachata Swaha, Om Satguru Sakunanda Ro Dhyanyam Sadasharam Satyam Baram Chinanandam Samsmarami Sarvada Swaha, Om Hare Reva Hare Bhatto Hare Dhyan Varayanam Hare Namamritam Pipa Hare Dam Baram Rajat Swaha, Om Yoda Tita Balanam Satkanam Drusudalavam Sava Sadhani Noapi Twame Kamabalam Manam Swaha, Om Mahamat and the Rupina Moadvanta Vinashaka Sava Bhuta Praposi Mahendra Sacha Jivanam Swaha. And just around, not under. Ananda Rupam Jiri Shakti Diptam Vidyam Param Brahmasana Bhutyam Karunya Purnam Guru Murti Rupam Devim Namaha Jagadishwarim Tvam Swaha. Om Rakshanityam Jagadavalambe Tumeva Satyam Jagajivani Mata Satsara Chamaja Roga Vidyam Madhyam Bajaya Haidakhandi Vasinim Swaha. Om Shrim 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 Swaha. Om Shrim 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 Swaha. Om Shrim 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 Swaha. Om Hrim 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 Swaha. Om Hrim 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 Swaha. Om Hrim 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 Swaha. Om Klim 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 Swaha. Klim 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 Swaha. Om Klim 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 Swaha. Om Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha. Om Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha. Om Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Aim Kamalavasane Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Aim Kamalavasane Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Aim Kamalavasane Swaha. Om Bam Batkaya Abadu Dadnaya Kuda Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Bam Batkaya Abadu Dadnaya Kuda Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Bam Batkaya Abadu Dadnaya Kuda Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Indra Vacha. Om Namaste Stu Mahamaye Shripate Surapuchate Shanka Chakra Gadahaste Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Namaste Guruda Adude Kola Asura Vayamkare Sarva Papa Hare Devi Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Sarva Gain Sarva Vadate Sarva Dusa Vayamkare Sarva Duka Hare Devi Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Siddhi Bhuti Pradaya Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Putra Sada Devi Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Advanta Rihita Devi Aja Shakti Maheshwari Yogaja Yoga Sambhute Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Stula Shukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. Sveta Padma Asana Shrite Devi Parabrahma Swarupani Parameshi Jaganmatar Malakshmi Namostute Swaha Sveta Ambara Dare Devi Nanalankara Bhushate Jagatsiti Jaganmatar Malakshmi Namostute Swaha. And if you want to pass that around, everybody could take a few more. Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Pass it around so others can have a little bit more too.
I did.
The other.
There's nothing in there.
I passed it.
Pass the larger one.
Share more.
Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha. Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Balabaya Namah Swaha. Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Balabaya Namah Swaha. Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Balabaya Namah Swaha. Om Hang Hanamante Namah Swaha. Om Dam Datraya Namah Swaha. Om Hang Hanamante Namah Swaha. Om Hang Hanamante Namah Swaha. Om Dam Datraya Namah Swaha. Om Dam Datraya Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gorshnataya Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gorshnataya Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gorshnataya Namah Swaha. Om Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Om Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Om Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Om Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Om Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Om Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Om Sang Saranaya Namah Swaha. Om Sang Saranaya Namah Swaha. Om Sang Saranaya Namah Swaha. Om Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gautami Gange Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gautami Gange Namah Swaha. Om Gom Gautami Gange Namah Swaha. Om Varunaye Namah Swaha. Om Varunaye Namah Swaha. Om Varunaye Namah Swaha. Vayuvaye Namah Swaha. Vayuvaye Namah Swaha. Vayuvaye Namah Swaha. Om Vishlaye Namah Swaha. Om Vishlaye Namah Swaha. Om Vishlaye Namah Swaha. Om Indraya Namah Swaha. Om Indraya Namah Swaha. Om Indraya Namah Swaha. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Nandyaye Namah Swaha. Tasyaye Namah Swaha. Tasyaye Namah Swaha. Om Tasyaye Namah Swaha. Om Navgraha Devibhyo Namah Swaha. Om Navgraha Devibhyo Namah Swaha. Om Navgraha Devibhyo Namah Swaha. Om Aing Hring Kling Jamudaya Vachaya 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 Swaha. Om Ima Sama Siddhavaya Namah Swaha. Om Imasamasirvaya Namah Swaha. Om Imasamasirvaya Namah Swaha. Om Bhurvubhaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubhaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubhaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Swaha. Om Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Om Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Om Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. And we'll do some names of the Divine Mother. This is her special time. So, describing some of her aspects. She teaches us, she reprimands us, she nourishes us. Om Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namah Swaha. Om Ambai Namah Swaha. Om Anandrupai Namah Swaha. Om Parambai Namah Swaha. Om Abhishtaridai Namah Swaha. Om Durgai Namah Swaha. Om Jagadambikai Namah Swaha. Om Ambikai Namah Swaha. Om Parmeshwaniai Namah Swaha. Om Karlai Namah Swaha. Om Shivdai Namah Swaha. Om Gyanmurtiai Namah Swaha. Om Ishvariyai Namah Swaha. Om Yogmayai Namah Swaha. Om Shriyai Namah Swaha. Om Sardai Namah Swaha. Om Mahendriyai Namah Swaha. Om Shaktiyai Namah Swaha. Om Rodrai Namah Swaha. Om Matriyai Namah Swaha. Om Savitriyai Namah Swaha. Om Vedmatriyai Namah Swaha. Om Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Siddhidatriyai Namah Swaha. Om Varunai Namah Swaha. Om Sarvamangaladayinai Namah Swaha. Om Ishtatriyai Namah Swaha. Om Nityai Namah Swaha. Om Tarai Namah Swaha. Om Chandikai Namah Swaha. Om Jagadavalambai Namah Swaha. Om Vishveshwariyai Namah Swaha. Om Jayaniai Namah Swaha. Om Vardai Namah Swaha. Om Rajashwariyai Namah Swaha. Om Shankariyai Namah Swaha. Om Shivai Namah Swaha. Om Jayankariyai Namah Swaha. Om Anandrupai Namah Swaha. Om Chitti Shakti Deeptai Namah Swaha. Om Vidyai Namah Swaha. Om Parai Namah Swaha. Om Karunai Namah Swaha. Om Gurumurti Rupai Namah Swaha. Om Devyai Namah Swaha. Om Siddheshwariyai Namah Swaha. Om Parvatiyai Namah Swaha. Om Divyai Namah Swaha. Om Ankariyai Namah Swaha. Om Parameshwariyai Namah Swaha. Om Purnai Namah Swaha. Om Vidyai Namah Swaha. Om Paramai Namah Swaha. Om Mahamayai Namah Swaha. Om Shivdai Namah Swaha. Om Sarvagati Katyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Katyanyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bhairavyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Haidakhandi Vihadiniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Tarinyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Avidyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Padma'ay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Maheshwaryay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shananay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shivdutyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shivpriyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahavidyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Parmeshwaryay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mohiniay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Annapurnay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Sarvagatyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Tripusandaryay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Chandikay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Taraswiniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ram Chandikay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Radhay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Vedmurtyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Saraswatyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Yugdai Inyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bhadrakaliyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahadev Priyankariyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kalyanyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mangaladayinayay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shristimayay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Anantyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Dhyanay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Jagadatriyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Nanday Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mukti Praday Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hring Shring Mahamayay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Param Divyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Bhuvaneshwariyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Siddhi Devyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bhavaniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Radhay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Janantyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Amritay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Krishnay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Chandrarupiniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Vishvashvari Mayay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Yoginiyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Indraniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kapaliniyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bhairavyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kundaliniay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kankaliyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Narsingiyay Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
And these are your last five, so you take these with both of your hands. Om Shri Astadavatabhyo Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Kuldavatabhyo Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Gramdavatabhyo Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Standavatabhyo Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
A little bit more. And we'll stand on the final one. Om Hring Sanghe Saparivare Savahane Saryudai Nanavijatashratye Shima Kaliyai Shima Lakshmi Shima Sarasvatyaye Das Mahavidya Swarupinye Shadakandashvarye Shadakandashvaryai Cha Mahahuchim Samarpyami Namah Swaha. Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan Ki Jai. Dambe Mata Ki Jai. Haidakhandi Mata Ki Jai. Vishwari Mata Ki Jai. Bole Baba Ki Jai. So now we're going to offer the arti lamp to the fire. The arti lamp has also a wick in it with ghee, and everybody will be welcome to come up and also offer. I put on this side of you.
Chagrami mat ki jai, Hey Tanashri mat ki jai, Bhole Baba ki jai.
Jai. Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi.
Om Haidakhandi.
Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Om Haidakhandi. Haidakhandi. Om 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 Haidakhandi. Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan ki Jai. Jagdambe Mata ki Jai. Kandasari Mata ki
Jai.
So we'll do a little chanting now. Everyone wants to take a chanting book. Sitting close to the harmony is nice. It's hard to do book, isn't it? Yeah. You could put it in the book if you want. I can take it. And after Chanting, you follow me up to the meeting. That's right. Maybe just a little bit more, so you're not backing up. Perfect. You know, side view. So today is Ganesh Day, it's Wednesday. So perfect, let's start with Jai Ganesh. It's number 23 in your book. And if you're looking at the page number, it's at the bottom of page 9. And during that song, we'll also go into Om Haidakhandi. No, we'll go into Om Namah Shivaya. And there will be lunch served after this, so don't be too much prasad. Sorry for the bucket, we have a leak in our roof when it's snowing like this. Jai Ganesha. Everybody get what number it was? And then we'll go into Om Namah Shivaya. And that's in this book too, so. Mata Ki Jai, Dandashwari Mata Ki Jai, Dishveshwari Mata Ki Jai, Bole Baba Ki Jai. We're now going to have a story about the Divine Mother and about what we're doing here. So this will sort of help you place yourself. Because many of us will be here every day for the next 9 days. You can gather around up near Mother, that's where I'll be reading. And if you need to bring a chair, you can bring a chair up there too. Is that close enough to get my voice? You can.
Yeah.
You can also take it. Put it here, you can put it here. Make yourselves comfortable. You can sit against the wall here if you need something to support you. I'll be sitting right here. Light here. This is such a special time. We have such a beautiful Divine Mother. So in springtime and fall, we're always spending this 9 days called Navratri. And it's being celebrated around the world. So I would say millions of people are probably gathered right now, singing and reading stories and having fire ceremonies just like we are. So it's whatever we do is probably multiplied many, many times. And I believe it really helps the world, which seems to be needing a little bit of help here. Let's see how this goes. So this book I'm going to be reading from is a shortened version of a very large book that we've also read. It's called the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam and has the stories about the Divine Mother in it. And I like this because it's a little abbreviated. It's easier for particularly newer people to understand. And it's been done very well by Ramesh Menon, author from India. So I'm going to start right at the beginning. And I'm going to mostly read. So once more, the Munis, or the wise, the Rishis, of the 6 illustrious families are gathered in the Naimisa Vana. It's a sacred forest, sanctified for ancient revelations. In their midst sits Sutta, who has learned all of the Puranas, particularly the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam Purana, from the awesome Veda Vyasa himself, who wrote it. Now, Sunaka is the eldest amongst these rishis or munis, and he says, "Profound Sutta, we Brahmanas have come to your feet today in terror of the advent of the Kali Yuga. We have heard that listening to the holy Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of the Divine Mother can free us from samsara, this endless round of birth and deaths. Master, we would like to hear the immortal Devi Bhagavatam from your lips." Sutta says, "Fortunate am I that the wise want to hear this Purana from me. Brahmanas, I bow to the lotus feet of the Mother of the Universe before I begin." Oh. Now everyone knows that Brahma created the worlds. Yet Brahma is born in the lotus that sprouts from Vishnu's navel. Then again, Vishnu rests upon his serpent Ananta, who lies upon the vast ocean at Karnava. We ask ourselves, from what primal source has that infinite sea come? And we turn for sanctuary to the source, the mother of all things, the Divine Mother, the Devi. Thus begins Sutta, in his voice that is quiet as an ocean deep. He pauses, his eyes shut, his body still. After a moment, Sunaka murmurs, "My Lord Sutta, when we grew afraid of the looming Kali Yuga, which is the yuga that we are in, which is the time of great challenge and darkness. My Lord Sutta, when we grew afraid of the looming Kali Yuga, we went to Brahma in his palace at the heart of the wondrous Brahmavana. He plucked a mystic wheel from his mind and cast it down into the world. He said to us, Munis, where this wheel falls, there remain until the pharaoh Kali Yuga ends and a blessed Satya Yuga, which is the age of truth, and a blessed Satya Yuga dawns over the world again. The wheel will protect you, for the Kali Yuga will not enter into its confines." Bill, you could offer it from there. You could just offer it from there too. So I always feel like during these 9 days particularly, I mean, Babaji spoke about ashrams and places where people are gathered as safe places during the Kali Yuga. But I always feel specifically that during these Navratris that we create this sacred Namisabana here amongst ourselves. So we're very fortunate. So the wheel from Brahma's mind fell here in this Namisabana. And when we entered within its boundary, the luminous thing melted into the ground like violet fire. So here we remain in this auspicious forest, waiting for the Kali Yuga to end. And we are fortunate indeed that you have come among us, Master, to bless our long wait with this precious Srimad Devi Bhagavatam Purana. Sutta draws a deep breath and his eyes still shut continues. Hear of the birth of Vyasa's son, Sukadeva, who first expounded this sacred Srimad Devi Bhagavatam Purana in the world as he heard it from his father. Once Vyasa, the son of a fisher girl, Satyavati, sat in his ashram on the banks of the golden river Saraswati. When he saw two sparrows feeding their newly hatched chick, never had Vyasa seen such an adoration in any living creatures as he saw in those two parent birds. As they thrust the food, they softened their own beaks into their child's gaping mouth. Never had he seen such love, such ecstasy, such devotion. Vedavyasa thought, if these sparrows, who will never see their child again once he can fly, love their young one so much, how much more will the man who expects the world of his son? Surely, to care and nurture one's own child is the greatest joy that exists in this world. Moreover, how can a man die in peace unless he has a child to whom he can leave his wisdom and his earthly possessions, who will touch fire to his corpse and perform the last rites so that his soul can rise up to heaven? Vedavyasa decided that no man can be fulfilled unless he has a child, and his mind turned to how he himself could become a father without delay. The good Muni set out for Mount Meru to perform tapasya so he could be blessed with a child. When he arrived on the holiest of mountains, he built an ashram for himself, and then he wondered, which god shall I worship? Which one will grant me my desired boon swiftly? Shall I pray to Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Surya, Ganapati, Agni, Kartikeya, Varuna? Suddenly, he heard someone softly plucking on a veena and saw that the wandering rishi, Narada, had arrived there as though by chance. Vedavyasa warmly welcomed Narada, and then they sat together on Dharma asanas. Narada says, Vyasa, you seem a bit careworn. Tell me, what troubles you? Vedavyasa smiled wanly and replied, Muni, the man who has no child leads a nameless life, and I am uncertain which god I should worship to have a child of my own. Narada laughed delightedly. Vyasa, knower of the ambrosial and Purana, once my father Brahma asked Vishnu the same question. At once Vishnu lapsed into yoga, a deep trance. Amazed, Brahma said, Lord of the universe, what samadhi are you plunged in? Whom do you worship, O cause of causes? At your word, the sun ranges the sky, fire burns, and the wind blows. I, who am the Lord of creation, was born in a lotus sprung from your navel. Vishnu, you are the greatest of all the great, yet I find you at worship. Who is worthy of your devotion, Vishnu? Vishnu said with a smile on his perfect face, Brahma, indeed you create, I preserve, and Shiva destroys the universe. Yet, without Shakti, without the Divine Mother, the three of us would be inert and powerless. Mahashakti, the goddess, is the highest power of all, and she animates the rest of us. It is her I worship, Brahma. Who else? It is by her wish that I incarnate as Matsya and Kurma, Narsimha, and all the rest. It is by her will that I once had my head severed and a horse's head set upon my neck. There is none I know of higher than the Divine Mother, Parashakti, and it is upon her that I meditate, said Narada to Vedavyasa, adding, so friend, Vyasa, you had best worship the Divine Mother for your boon. After a while, Narada left, and Vedavyasa, sitting in Padasana, began to worship the Divine Mother, the Devi Bhagavati. So says Sutta to the Munis of the Nanisa, who are athirst for his Devi Purana. So moving on to chapter 2, this is the way it's often set up, is that Sunaka's rishis say to Sutta in some surprise, my lord, you say Vishnu's head was severed? We have never heard anything so astonishing in all of our lives. Tell us, how did such an incredible thing happen? Sutta smiles. Once when Vishnu had fought the Danavas, Madhu and Kaitava for 10,000 years without pause, Vishnu grew tired. He sat in Padasana in the forest, leaned his head on his mighty bow, and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Indra and the Devas and Brahma and Shiva arrived in Vaikuntha to worship Vishnu, who is their Lord. But they did not find him in his city of miracles. When they sought him in the secret vana in which he had taken refuge, they found him in the swoon of Yoga Nidra. He was asleep. They sat down around the sleeping Vishnu and were concerned to see the protector of the universe like that, plunged in a strange stupor. Indra said, how should we awaken him? Awaken Vishnu from his slumber. Shiva answered, he will be annoyed if we dare to rouse him, but truly we do urgently need to see him. At which Brahma created a hive of white ants called Brahmaris and loosed them on the bow, against which Vishnu rested his head as he slept. If the insects ate through the end of the bow, the other would rise, dislodging Vishnu's head and wake him. But the Brahmaris, the white ants, said to Brahma, how dare we disturb the sleep of the Lord of the worlds? To disturb blessed sleep is a sin equal to tearing a husband from his wife. Moreover, what do we gain by this crime against Vishnu? Brahma immediately replied, if you do this, you shall have all the ghee that falls outside the pit at the fire ceremony for yourself. So hurry and rouse Vishnu. The greedy white ants devoured one end of the bow. The bowstring gave way with a report like a star exploding. The sea rose in tidal waves, mountains shook, meteors fell screaming from the sky, the sun fell from the horizon, and evil omens filled the four quarters. The alarmed Devas saw that Vishnu's head had been severed from his blue neck by the whiplash of the bowstring and was nowhere to be seen. They began to beat their breasts and wail, "Lord Vishnu, invisible one, you have been decapitated today, and we are to blame." Even Shiva seemed stricken, and Brihaspati, who is the guru of the Devas and the embodiment of wisdom, advised, "These tears are of no use to you now. When fate tries us, we must exert our intelligence to save ourselves from danger." But Indra cried, "Fie on your intelligence. Vishnu's head has become struck off by our folly. Fate is all-powerful, and we are helpless against it." Brahma said, "Indeed, fate is unequivocal, and all that are born must suffer. Only Mahamaya, the Divine Mother, can help us now. Let us worship her." Brahma summoned the Vedas, who were there, incarnate, and commanded them, "Sing the hymns of the omniscient Divine Mother now." And the resplendent Vedas did so at length, frequently calling out many of her 1,000 names. Remember, we read 108 of her names today at the fire ceremony. Then they sobbed, "Bhagavati, Mother, are you angry with your ocean's daughter Lakshmi that you have killed her lord today? Vishnu's head has vanished like a dream, Divine Mother, and no one but you can make him live again." Then a voice, more exquisite than beauty itself, spoke to the Devas from the sky. "All will be well again." Golden Vedas, gods and goddesses, I am pleased with your worship, but nothing in this universe happens without a good reason. Once Vishnu looked at his wife Lakshmi's face and laughed, and Lakshmi was distraught because she thought he had seen something ugly in her perfect features. She became suspicious that he had another wife, or he would not laugh at her like that. Sorrow turned to wrath as the tamas guna, tamas shakti, possessed her. So you have the sattvic guna, the guna of the energy of rising, the rajasic one, the movement, and tamasic is the lower, the one that goes down, negativity, and in this particular moment, the tamas guna was prevailing in Mahalakshmi. As she cursed him, she said, "May your head fall off." She even thought it would be better to be widowed than to have her lord take another wife. It is by that curse that Vishnu's head fell into the salt sea today, and from another curse as well. Once the Asura, Hayagriva, performed a tapasya for 1,000 years. He neither ate nor slept, but chanted my name ceaselessly until at last I stood before him in my tamasic body. I saw he truly loved me, for when he saw me, his eyes filled with tears of joy. I said to the demon, "Hayagriva, I am pleased with you. Ask me for any boon you like." He said, "Mother, let death never approach me. Let me be invincible against the Devas and the Asuras. Let me be an immortal yogi." She said, "Asura, birth follows death, as death follows birth. You cannot be immortal. Ask for another boon." So the Divine Mother said to Hayagriva. The canny demon replied, "Then Devi, let me find death only at the hands of one who has a horse face like me." So I blessed him. Let only a horse-faced one kill you, Haidakhandi. Pleased to no end, he went back to his kingdom, and ever since he has been the scourge of all the living, and no one can kill him, because none of the truly mighty has a horse face. So Devas, find a horse's head, fix it to Vishnu's neck, and let him rid the world of Haidakhandi. With this, the invincible Devi fell silent. Indra said to his consummate artisan Vishvakarman, "Give the Lord a horse's head." Vishvakarman fell and found a fine stallion and brought this head to become Vishnu's head. And he placed placed it on it with sacred mantras. At once Vishnu stood up, neighing so loudly it seemed the sky would be shattered by the sound. The horse-headed god flew at the horse-faced demon Haidakhandi and tore him from limb to limb. Says Sutta once to the Sunaka and his munis in the blessed Naimisa Vana. So Bole Baba Ki Jai, Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai. Lots of lessons in that one story. Nothing happens without a purpose. Interesting. Very, very deep. So, any questions? So tomorrow, the question is going to be, remember that they referred to Vishnu being tired because he fought for 10,000 years with Madhu and Kataiba? Well, of course, the next question is going to be, tell us about that. So tomorrow we'll learn about those two demons who actually came from the wax of Vishnu's ears. So here we are in our Naimisa Vana. So Bole Baba Ki Jai. Join us tomorrow. Haidakhandi Mata Ki Jai. Bole Baba Ki Jai. You come in just a little and show Mother. She's so beautiful in her green for Ganesh. Haidakhandi Mata Ki Jai. Happy Navratri to everybody. Happy first day of Navratri. Bole Baba Ki Jai.